When should you take on emergency work? I'm learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? I want to tell you about a situation that happened over the last week because it made me think about what we do as freelancers with our work-life balance. You know, everybody has a different theory about it. You want to work 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, shut down, and you're off for the rest of the night as a freelancer. You don't want to work weekends or whatever you want to do. I'm pretty flexible actually because I like work and I don't mind working evenings and weekends when necessary. A few days ago, a former colleague of mine reached out to me and she said she was working for this magazine now, and she'd gotten a freelancer who had handed in a draft and it wasn't working. The freelancer did a terrible job on it, and she had a news hole to fill. She had to have something done within 4 days. And she said, do you think you can get it done in 4 days? And actually I had my plate pretty full. Pretty, so I kind of thought about it for a moment. And then I realized, this is a well-known magazine, and it's a very lucrative paying, for a magazine. And this could be my way in to getting more freelance from her. So even though I had a lot on my plate and I had some social things to do, I said, sure, I can get it done. But that meant that juggling a few assignments, I ended up working evenings, working nights, getting up early, getting things done, juggling, literally working on one project, jumping over, working on another project, jumping back, talking to some other client, jumping back, talking to that one over the space of a few days. It was a lot of work, and I normally wouldn't have done that. And if you're somebody who only wants to do the 40 hours, punch the clock, I clock in at this time, leave at that time, it's kind of hard to do it if you're a freelancer, because you have an opportunity like this. You don't want to turn it down, even though you've already had a full slate. So I did the story, got it done. She wanted it by the end of the day on a particular day. She got it much later than the end of the day. She got it later that night, but she did get it on the day that we said I would hand it in. And the next day she had a few questions. That's perfectly fine. That's give and take. But she was very happy with it, very happy with it. And she was very thankful that I stepped in at the last moment and saved her from having to go to her bosses and saying, actually, we don't have a story that we thought we were going to have. Does that mean I'm going to get more stories from her? I don't know. But you know what? It's a step in the right direction. It's a foot in the door. Have you ever done that? Have you ever taken on an emergency piece of work just to try to get in the door? I'd be curious to see how you handled changing your schedule to get that done. I think I did a decent job of it, and right now I'm sort of caught up and I'm on track for getting my work done this week. But I was curious if you had any advice on what to do if you have an emergency piece of work that comes in and you need to rearrange your schedule. If this is helpful to you at all, please hit the like and share button. I try to share these stories because I want you to know that you're not alone out there if you're a freelancer, that I'm also having to deal with a lot of these same issues, and I hope that it brings you some solace, maybe some good advice. I don't know. And at least I hope it's helpful, and I hope that you're enjoying it. And until next week, take care.